Have a seat, everybody. Back on the record then, State of Ohio versus Lindsay Partin, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Any issues that need to be reported to the court? Ms. Howard, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Detective Ventry, this should show up on your screen, the disc, which is 125, containing the extraction report.
Yes.
You see in the bottom right corner?
Sorry, I apologize. Do you want that up there?
No, not yet. I wanted him to identify it first. Do you see that number there?
I see a number on the bottom of the page, yeah.
And you indicated when asked by the prosecutor that you'd reviewed all of 125, and you identified it as the extraction report from the iPhone, correct?
I said it was a portion of the report from the extraction, yes.
I'm sorry?
It was a portion of the report from the extraction, yes.
I'm sorry. You identified the disc.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about one of the other ones. Yes, I identified the disk as being the download.
The entirety of the download.
Yes.
And you see the last number of the pages?
I do on the bottom of the screen.
Yes. And they are?
33,194.
And are you telling this jury that today is the first time you noticed that this extraction has 33,194 pages?
Yes, I did not look at numbers on pages.
You just identified that you'd seen this whole disc, and the disc isn't in there anymore, it's just a little piece of paper.
Right.
So you didn't look at this?
I didn't look at the numbers on the bottom of the page.
How much time have you spent with this report?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
5 minutes?
Are you talking from the time it was extracted and the report was written,
I'll be
or
more
with the?
specific. You didn't write the report, the computer program did so, correct?
Yes, I have to click buttons to get it to write the report,
Okay.
yes.
So then it generated this disc.
Yes.
How much time did you spend looking at the items on the disc?
I honestly don't know.
5 minutes?
I can't answer that. I have no idea.
10 minutes?
I have no idea.
Did you keep notes on it?
On the extraction?
I'm gonna specify. I already know you hooked up a computer and got the information off from the phone. So I'm not asking about the time you spent waiting for the computer program to do its work. I'm asking you, when did you do your work? Which was to review the extraction report, to go through the pages, whether you scrolled through them on a computer screen or you printed them off 1 to 33,194 and looked at them. That's what I'm asking you.
The question again was?
How much time did you, detective, spend looking at the report?
I can't give you a time.
Can you guesstimate?
No.
Objection.
Sustained, we're not looking for guesses.
Did you spend any time looking at the report, other than the pages that the assistant prosecutors handed you?
Yes, after the report was written.
Okay. And again, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. After the report was written means the computer generates the report, correct?
Yes.
You didn't write another report after that, like that you typed up yourself?
No.
Okay. So you got this on March 20th of 2018, correct?
Yes.
From today's date?
Well, can I clarify?
Certainly.
I did the extraction on March 20th.
Okay.
The report was written on March 21st.
Thank you. After March 21st, when was the next time that you opened it up?
I have no idea.
Have you ever opened it up?
Yes.
Did you do that on one occasion?
Several occasions.
And several means what to you?
I couldn't give you an exact number.
Is several more than 2, which is a couple?
Yes, probably more than 2.
Okay. Is several more than 5?
Probably around that. I don't know.
Okay. So 5 times. And in the approximate 5 times that you looked at this, how many of the 33,194 pages did you look at?
I couldn't give you a number.
Other than the 17 you've identified here, correct?
I couldn't give you a number on that.
Did you look at any other pages other than the ones that we've identified here as exhibits?
After the extraction, I looked through the extraction.
Okay. So I'm going to put up on your screen page 4585. Do you recognize that?
It's a part from the report.
Okay. And it actually is part of Exhibit 129 that Ms. Sheehan handed you. Do you recall that?
The only part I see that was part of that is the searched items at the very bottom. The other part is passwords. Yes?
Just a second, I'm trying to figure out how to clear the blue mark you made. There we go. Okay.
You didn't actually make it.
Oh, I saw one.
That's our favorite thing, yes.
Okay. Okay, so you see the page 4585, correct? And you have in front of you a paper copy, which was exhibit 120, sorry, 129.
Yes.
Do you still have that in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you've got a singular page in exhibit 129, correct?
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to have you toggle back and forth between a couple things. So you see at the top of the search items that 702 items were searched. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
And do you know how many pages that entirety of search contained?
I do not.
Okay. So I'm going to hand you what's marked as exhibit, sorry, DD as in dog. Does page 1 of DD appear to be the same page that is up on the screen for yourself, which is 4585?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And the last page number of exhibit DD is what?
The last page number?
Correct.
4607.
Keep that page in front of you. Do you see what appears to be 4607 on the screen?
I'm sorry, I can't. Oh, yes.
Okay. And you would agree with me that in terms of the searched items, the extraction determined that there had been 702 searches?
Yes.
And that is listed on page 2 of the report also, is that correct?
I'm sorry. What are you referring to?
Yes. I previously handed you an exhibit. I'll locate it in a second. It's in front of you. RR. Do you remember seeing RR?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see page 2 of RR?
Yes.
And I asked you about the content section about 3/4 of the way down?
Yes.
And you see how it's itemized, each section of this extraction report, and there is a searched item section?
Yes.
And do you see that it lists that there were 702 searched items?
Yes.
And of the 702 searched items on page 2 of that report, how many of the searched items does it say had been deleted?
101.
So 101 searched items have been deleted on that phone.
Yes.
And the exhibit that the prosecutor presented to you with a singular page of the searched items listed 2 deleted items, correct?
Yes.
And you would agree with me that if you look through the entirety of the searched items, the exhibit that you have in front of you, listing all 702 searched items, that there's many searched items that were deleted that don't appear nefarious, correct?
I'm sorry, I don't know what that word means.
Okay, don't appear to be problematic.
Yes.
In fact, in the second page of the searched items that you have in front of you, DD, you recognize that item 22 within this 702 items is a search for USPS tracking. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
The search was conducted on February 28th, 2018 at 8:53:08 a.m., correct?
Yes.
That's been deleted, correct?
Yes, it has.
Okay. The next page, which is 4587, and I'd ask to publish as I go to each page.
Yes, to public.
Yes, this is an exhibit that's been admitted.
So you want to publish now?
Yes, sir.
I just want to make sure. There you go.
So you see, as you described with Ms. Sheehan, the column with the, all the way to the right, where it has a red yes, do you see that?
Yes.
And that's indicating that that search was deleted, correct?
Yes.
And 4587, you see 2 deletions on that page, is that correct? Sorry, I didn't put all the numbers in.
Yes.
A deletion on February 25th, 2018 for AYSR,
Yes.
and a deletion on February 23rd, 2018 for USPS tracking, correct?
Yes.
And you'd agree with me that the deleted searches go on and on because there are 102 deleted searches, correct?
101.
I'm sorry, thank you. 101 deleted searches, correct?
Yes.
Including a lot more for USPS tracking, correct? Contained on 4593, correct?
Do you want me to look at it in the
Certainly, yes.
the
Yeah, in
booklet
the paper.
or on the
In the paper.
on their computer? What page again?
4593,
4593. Yes, there's another one for USPS tracking.
okay? And the next page, 4594, on January 16th, 2018, there was a deletion of a search for Madison Reed hair color.
Yes.
And on 4595, on January 5th of 2018, there was a deletion of a search for Angelo's Millville, Ohio.
Yes.
And on page 4596, on January 1, there was a deletion for AMC Westchester.
Yes, there was.
And on page 4597, there's a deletion on December 28th, 2017 for Houston Woods Cabins.
Yes, there is.
And that continues to go on and on. You would agree with that, correct? Deletions on various pages at various dates,
Yes.
including all the way at the end for pages 4604, 4605, 4606, 4607.
I'm trying to catch up with you. Hold on
Sorry.
a second. Do you want to? Can you repeat those pages?
Beginning on 4604.
Yes, there's more deleted items.
Deletions for Festival of Lights, Shop 24/7, Lowe's, Word on iPhone.
Yes.
And I'm going to take you back to page 1, which would be 4585, the very first part of searched items.
Okay.
You do see 2 searches on 3/7/2018 at approximately 2:56 and 30 seconds and 2:56:51 seconds, correct?
Yes, I do.
You'd agree that those searches were not deleted, correct?
No, they were not.
And those particular searches, the one at 2:56:30 is for what essential oil is good for bruises, is that correct?
Yes.
And the one after that at 2:56:51, search number 3 in this report, the search is vapor rub good for bruises, correct?
Yes.
And that's not been deleted, correct?
That was the value, not the source. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
You said in the source, it's in the value section.
Okay.
But yes, it says it's vapor. Yes, I see
Okay.
that. It was not deleted, though.
Okay. And I was a little confused, and I want to make sure I'm clear on this. When Ms. Sheehan was asking you questions about the timestamp and the change of time and daylight savings time, you're not saying that the times listed in this report are inaccurate, are you?
No, they're not inaccurate, no.
Okay. So if something happened on, let's say, March 8th,
Okay.
this extraction would show what time it was on March 8th,
Yes.
correct? Not what it would be when daylight savings time occurs 3 days later, correct? Okay, I just want to make sure I was clear on that. I was slightly confused.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to direct your attention to a couple more pages. 45, 80, how do I take it from their screen? I don't know that.
You tell me. And there it is.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as a defendant's exhibit CC, as in cat. You don't have it for you yet.
Like, I'm just trying to
Okay.
keep all
I'm
of
gonna
them
take some
separate.
of
I got a
those,
lot of
but I'm
papers
just gonna
going on
put
up
them
there.
away from you.
Do you want all these? Or?
Let's put those over here. Do you recognize document defendant's exhibit CC, cat?
Yes.
And what is the page number on the bottom of CC?
4,583.
And do you see that appearing on your screen?
Yes.
And that contains the notes contained on the extraction report, is that correct?
Yes, it says notes, yes.
There were a total of 7 notes according to that? Is that correct?
Yes.
In fact, the number 7 is right next to the word notes on the front?
Yes, yes it is.
And did you view these at all?
I did not.
But those are contained in the report, correct?
Yes.
Did I hand you BB?
No.
Yeah.
You have several up here. I don't know if it's one of these. Yes, it's right here.
I think I did when I was going through S1 and S2. So handing you back BB as in boy. What page does that begin on, sir?
94.
94. And what is the last page in that particular exhibit?
105.
Okay. I've pulled up page 94. If you look at the front page, does that appear to be 94? Listing the call log with 4,813 calls.
Yes.
And the last page of that particular document is page 105, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Sorry, I put in too many numbers. Does that appear to be page 105 containing the call logs of 196 to 213?
Yes.
And in terms of that, that would contain Ms. Partin's call log from back on February 26th, up and through 3/9 of 2018, is that correct?
Yes.
Did you review all of those call logs?
I did not go through all the way to there. I scrolled through them. I looked at the most recent dates.
Okay, so I'm going to direct your attention to page 94, so the very first page of that exhibit, BB,
Okay.
and it should be up on your screen. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. And specifically, line 7 through 11, do you see that?
7 through 11?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Well, it's probably not line. Is that called a line? It's got a number next to it.
Yeah, that's
It's in the number column?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ask to publish,
Right?
page 94. Do you see the call log, line 7 through 11?
Yes.
An outgoing call to Jason Weshy on the 9th of March at 8:45:41,
Yes.
and the telephone call was 3 minutes and 54 seconds.
Yes.
Line 8, outgoing call to Caitlin,
Yes.
March 9th, 8:43:41 a.m., correct?
Yes.
Time of call 33 seconds.
Yes.
Line 10, outgoing call to Jason Weshy,
Yes.
3/9/2018 at 7:21:41 a.m.
Yes.
Has a 0 for a reference for connection, correct?
Yes.
Line 11, outgoing Jason Weshy, 7:02:27, with also a 0 time frame. Is that correct?
Yes.
Going to the next page. Line 12, outgoing call to Caitlin at on 3/9/2018 at 3:38:07 with a call time of 36 seconds. Is that correct?
Yes.
And did you specifically look through this call log at all to identify specific calls to or from Jason Weshy or to and from Caitlin?
For Jason, I didn't look for Caitlin.
Okay.
I didn't look back, I looked at just on the 8th.
Just on the 8th, but not on dates previously?
No.
You would agree with me that if you had an extraction for the phone of Jason Weshy, you would also be able to determine who he called on March 8th or March 7th or March 6th, correct?
If I had one of his phone?
Correct.
Yes.
And likewise, if you had an extraction of Jason Weshy's phone, you would be able to see who he texted on March 8th and 7th and 6th and so on, correct?
Yes.
Were you given such an extraction project to do through the Butler County Sheriff's Department?
No, it was not.
I'm going to show you what I'll mark as Defendant's Exhibit EE, so Edward. What page does that begin on?
4608.
Is that the SMS messages?
Yes, it is.
And in terms of those SMS messages, there appears to be 3,377?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it does.
And referencing you back to, sorry, I have to approach, I forgot the number on that one. The 5-page extraction, first 5 pages of the extraction report. You see how many total SMS messages there are with total deletion contained on page 2?
Yes, sir.
3. Sorry, page 2 of your report?
Yes, I do.
You'd agree with me that it indicates there were 3,377 SMS messages, correct?
Yes.
Of which 276 were deleted?
Yes.
And in fact, on page 2, you'd agree with me, sir, that there are multiple, it's down to the content section, deletions,
Yes.
all throughout all the sections.
Yes.
Did you bring all those in the exhibits that the prosecutor had you identify? I mean, did you print off those pages with deletions?
No.
You see 14 deleted in Bluetooth devices, 42 deleted in the calendar, 40 deleted in the call log, 119 deleted in the chats. You see all those?
Yes, I do.
12 cookies deleted, 168 locations deleted,
Yes.
and onward, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what I marked as Defendant's Exhibit FF. Objection, may reapproach. So Detective Bentry, if I propose to you that these 6 large boxes and 2 smaller boxes contain the 33,194 pages of the extraction report, do you have any disagreement with me? Would you like to open up a particular box?
No.
And at least looked at the 17 pages that Ms. Sheehan provided to you, correct?
Yes, I did.
But can't give me an estimation of how many of the other pages you looked at?
No, I cannot.
And just for the record, I've marked the boxes SS1, SS2, SS3, SS4, SS5, SS6, SS7, and SS8 in sequential order. I have no further questions for Detective Ventry. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
If I may approach you.
Yes, and everybody, please, just be careful getting back to the other side. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, so, Ms. Sheehan, are you,
Yes, can I just have one moment to
Yeah.
orient myself to this?
okay. And Ms. Sheehan, if we're dealing with things already admitted that you want published, just let me know so I can
Yes, Your Honor.
turn the little screen back on and off, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. I will just need just a few moments
All
to...
right, take your time.
I am going to take, if I may, approach the witness and take some of these exhibits from him, if that's okay.
You may.
Let's see what you got here.
I have the ones that are blue.
All right, Detective, I showed you a disc earlier, and now it's, for all intents and purposes, it's inside of this reader, is that correct?
Correct.
And that disc, I believe that was State's Exhibit 125, contained the entire download
Yes.
of Lindsay Partin's phone.
Yes.
So everything located in these boxes was on that tiny disc that we identified as State's Exhibit 125, is that
Yes.
right? I'm gonna take a look at this box. So Detective, I'm just gonna hand you what's been marked Defense Exhibit SS1A.
I didn't clip them together.
Okay. You looked at that exhibit before with Defense Counsel?
Yes.
Tell me, Detective Ventry, are those pages printed on the front or front and back, or how do those appear?
Just on the front.
Just on the front. Permission to approach the witness.
You may.
So safe to say that if those were printed front and back, we would have half as much boxes?
Yes.
That wouldn't be a showy though.
Reject the comment. That's inappropriate. You might ask.
Right, I'll-
Argument is, I'll strike it.
What I showed you in State's Exhibits 126, 127, 128, 129. And I don't have 126 in front of me. Permission to approach.
You may.
We talked about excerpts pulled from those 17 pages. I haven't counted them, but what defense counsel represents as 17 pages.
Yes.
And what dates are those excerpts, approximately?
Do you want me to go through each one of the dates? The call logs were...
Sure. What are the dates that we're looking at?
Call logs were from 3/6/2018 through 3/9/2018. The timeline was from 3/5/2018 through 3/8/2018. And the searched items were from February 28th, 2018 to March 8th, 2018.
And on that search item list, for content only, what were those relevant dates?
Was from 3/7/2018 through 3/8/2018.
So, Detective, are those the dates in question that we're looking at here?
Yes.
Drawing your attention to page 4585, and Your Honor, I'd ask permission to publish.
All right.
This is the searched items that the state showed you.
Yes.
This is an unredacted version of those, is that right?
Yes.
What the state showed you before, and I'll pick up the exhibit number in just a second here. In State's Exhibit 129, when we showed you search items, we only showed you a time period between 3/7 and 3/8, is that right?
Yes.
And sir, of all the items here, you had some extensive cross-examination on what was deleted and hair colors and UPS tracking, is that right?
Yes.
As far as the relevant dates in question here, between 3/5 or 3/6/2018 and 3/8/2018, how many items were deleted?
2.
And what was that item that was deleted?
How to get rid of a bruise.
And what were those dates that those items were deleted?
3/7/2018 and 3/8/2018.
And sir, safe to say that we've already gone over this, but all of these boxes were all contained on this one disc, State's Exhibit 125. When you open State's Exhibit 125, the entire download, do you have the ability to manipulate this document without going through page by page?
To go to a specific page, you mean?
Yes, tell us about that.
You can type in the page number.
Specifically on the side, on the left-hand side, how can you manipulate the document that way?
Oh, you can go to the certain location you want to go to, whether it's searched items, SMS messages, calls.
So if you wanted to jump to call log, you could just click on it?
Yes.
Detective, also on cross, you were asked about your statement in the search warrant that the abuse had occurred within 24 hours. Do you remember being asked that question?
Yes.
Did you receive any information as to the onset of injuries or onset of symptoms following injury?
I don't understand.
Did you receive any information regarding timing regarding onset of symptoms following injury?
No.
If I can have one moment.
Sure.
Your Honor, at this time I don't have any further questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just have a point of clarification with them.
Ms. Howard, you may proceed to do recross.
Do you see page 4585 up on your screen?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell me where on this page it says what time that searched item number 1 was deleted?
It's showing it was deleted on 3/8/2018 at 9:13.
Okay. And in terms of that, where does it say that's the time it was deleted?
It's under deleted item, and that's the only timestamp there is.
Okay. Isn't it accurate that searched item number 1 is the time that was searched? 3/8/18, 9:13:49 p.m.? That's when it was searched?
Yes, I believe so.
It's not when it was deleted, correct?
Yes.
And the same for item 5 on 3/7/2018, 8:48:17 a.m.
Yes.
That's showing the day it was searched. the
Yes,
date
it was
and time,
searched, yes.
not the date it was deleted,
No.
correct? Thank you. No further questions.
Okie dokie, detective, you are finished. Please watch your step. Is the detective subject to recall possibly?
Hang on.
All right. Detective, again, watch your step. Please do not discuss your testimony with any other potential witnesses.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Hiley, next witness.
State calls Paula Smith.
Reapproach, please, Your Honor.
We actually anticipate it'll be the final witness of the day. We'll give you just one more 15-minute break while the attorneys do some situating. I believe the attorneys are going to take care of this here, the floor, and using whatever. So about 4 o'clock or so, 5 after 4, be congregated out here, leave your notepads, remember your admonitions. We'll finish up the last witness and then probably be in a position to break for the day, okay? I don't know if that's a possible.